Hey guys, so this is Vlogmas Day 22, the live event, and I know some of you have difficulty writing for some reason. If you're not sure, the comment section isn't directly down below like it would usually be on a video. It's to the side. It's either this side or this side, I'm not really sure. I think it's this side from where you're looking at it. It's down on the corner, it's not directly below, so check there first. Also, you have to have a YouTube account to type, but if you still can't for some reason find the comment section or can't comment, then I've got you've got two options. Go to my Instagram. I've got just a random, you can't see, a picture I just posted right now of me, and it says underneath that if you have a question, ask it there. If you can't for some reason, write on here. And also, if you go onto my Facebook page, I just wrote what did I write? I wrote something about how I'm like doing a live stream today, and here's the link. Write it on that link in the comments, and I will try and check them during this. I'm terrible at doing it. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm only expecting a few of you to come to this one because it is on my vlog channel. So yeah, what was I going to say? You can ask any question on this. It doesn't have to be menstrual related actually, especially because this is my vlog channel. It's not really about menstruation, this channel. This is just a, I know you guys have other questions, so you can watch it on here. And I'm hoping this laptop doesn't fall off because I've got it balanced on a pile of cushions on my bed because I can't be bothered to sit in my chair. But I'm just going to check something very, very quickly. If none of you just got okay. Right, let's see where you are. Oh yeah, we do this every time with live events. I like to see where you're coming from. So, Idaho, USA, London, Spain. If there's anyone from Australia, that is dedication because I know how early it is in the morning. So be sure to tell me if you're in Australia. So yeah, as soon as you guys have a question, there's a bit of a delay between when you see me and when I actually speak. I'm going to try and keep this live event to around 20 to 30 minutes as opposed to an hour like I would usually do, just because I don't want to make it really long and I'm got a lot of energy. But yeah, I will keep checking, and I'm just going to check Facebook and Facebook. Oh my god, it's 21 of you. Well, that's more than I thought. I thought I'd get about 10. And there's already 7 questions. What's the best cut for beginners? I say this every single time. I think it's either the small melena if you have a very light flow, or a medium melena if you have a very heavy flow. Sorry, if you're kind of light to moderate, then small. If you're moderate to heavy, then we go for the medium. If you're a beginner and you're under the age of 18, try the small classic melena or the medium classic melena with the stem, the classic stem. I always say I think that's the best. England. And I'm dyslexic too. Has anyone gone back to disposables after trying cloth? I'm sure there have been some people. It's not for everyone. Personally, I cannot imagine going back to disposables after discovering cloth. Let's see what's going on. What's your views on in vitro fertilization? Oh, IVF. It's a good question, actually. I'm very much like this on it, and the reason I'm like this is because I think it's great we have that technology, but at the same time, you know, we have a very overpopulated world and so many children who need adoption. So maybe if it was more, you could only have in vitro fertilization once, and if you want more kids, you need to adopt or something. I don't know, it just seems like it's very out of balance when we have so many children adopting, a world that's getting more and more populated, and just we're developing ways that people can still have babies. Plus, a lot of conditions can actually be, you'd be surprised how many conditions can be cured through diet, and many things. I know several people who've had endometriosis and PCOS, and you change your diet, they can get pregnant like that. It's really amazing. Anyway, go back to the live stream. Hi from Dallas. I just want to say I'm so sad you will not be able to ship to the USA. A friend and I put in a big order last night. Your videos influenced my conversion to AMP. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm really sad about it too. I'm still talking to a lawyer about it. We're fine-tuning it, but it does look like at the moment that it is not going to be possible. From Australia. Hello, Australian. I'm really amazed you're on this. North Carolina, Wisconsin, US. Hi from Mexico. Australia's up till 4 a.m. That is dedication, Tanika. Well done. Hi from Ohio. Right, let's check Facebook, see what you guys have put as your question. I'm kind of amazed that there's 25 of you watching this. I usually get around 40 to 50 on my main channel, and that's way more subscribers. Okie dokie. Seems to be okay. What's the best way to get my cup to open if it's kind of stuck in the punch down fold? Usually it's fine, but I just can't get it to open. Right, I need a menstrual cup for this. I really should have pre-thought this. When you push your cup in, there are several things you can do. I've got a video on this planned in the back of my head that I'm going to do hopefully very soon. I've said that for every video, I swear, and it comes out like 10 months later. But anyway, I will try and do this one soon. When you insert it, if it's in the punch down fold, push it up further than you think it needs to be, then pull it down again, push it up again, pull it down again, pinch the bottom slightly, and actually push on top of the punch down fold. And if the worst comes to worst, move your cup down. If you can, slip your finger up and physically open the cup up with your finger, then push it back up again, and that should get it to open. What do you think of wet disposals? I think I just answered that one. No, I never think of it, to be honest. I got fluffy mail today, but I put it all away. Sorry, you'll see it in tomorrow's video. Do you use essential oils? I do use essential oils, actually. I'm not very good with them. I need to get a diffusioner because I have some mixed in with coconut oil, but I haven't ever found they really worked for me in any sort of pain relief sense. So yeah, I do still use them, and I use lavender oil in some water. We have a jar of water that sits in my radiator to keep the room kind of humid, and I put a couple of lavender drops in there to help me sleep. Do cloth pads cause yeast infections in any way? No, I mean, you're far more likely to get one with a disposable, actually. Cloth pads, especially if they're breathable and they pee well, you're less likely to get a yeast infection. The only issue is if you have a yeast infection, sometimes you don't want to use cloth pads when you've got the yeast infection because you need to sterilize the cloth pads afterwards. It's very easy to do though. Put it in on your normal wash, but what you want to do afterwards is leave them ever so slightly damp and put them into a plastic bag. Put them in your freezer overnight, and that will kill off the bacteria. It can't survive below in the minus degrees. So try that. OMG, you said my name. Is it really that big of a deal if I say your name, guys? I feel like I'm just Bree from the UK, and everyone's like, oh my god, you say my name. But it's always like that. It's good, I think. Best medicine for cramps. You have to elaborate on that. Natural or medication type thing? Not natural, basically. Hello from Maine, USA. Hello from New Zealand. Wow. How old are you? I am 17. I will be 18 in July. Everyone asks me that question. I feel like I say it forever on my videos. How are you liking your essential oils? I just said that. I do like them. They smell great, but I haven't used them very much. I need to get better at using them and knowing what I can use them for. I'm from Kentucky, but I'm from Virginia and Essex. What color Melina is your favorite? I know it's a weird question to ask. Probably purple, because purple is my favorite color. I do like the sparkly ones though. And yellow. I really, really like the yellow. I don't think the picture's really doing justice. The yellow is gorgeous on the Melina cups. It's a soft variety, but it's really, really pretty. Do menstrual cups hurt? Not if you use them right. If you cover them in lubricant, there's pretty much no way a menstrual cup can hurt you because you're just slathered in lubricating stuff. It just slips inside you really easily. I find they hurt less than tampons, to be honest. And I did use tampons for a while, but I never really liked them that much. Have you ever had a bad experience with the customer? Touch wood, no, because I'm usually pretty good with my customer services and getting back to people. But I have had one or two kind of odd customers, shall we say. What are you reading at the moment? I just finished reading a Mills and Boon book. Hang on. I do this every time I read the most rubbishy stories ever. They're just little romances. What's it called? One Night in Paradise. There you go. It's kind of I find it funny. I used to hate reading, but I love reading those little romancy books. How do you take a bath during your period? Hang on, just skipped up. Aren't you worried about blood in the water? Do you use a cup in the bath? I don't. My mum always finds it weird because she always used to put a tampon in before she went into the bath, or put her cup in before she goes in the bath. I deliberately take mine out before I go in the bath because I find it gets really relaxed and everything. You know, it's really easy to reinsert your cup after you've been in the bath. So if you're the first time using a menstrual cup, do it after you've had a bath or a shower because you're really warm and it's much easier to get in. I don't worry about the blood in the water. There's a myth that says if you're in water you can't bleed. That's not actually true. You do still bleed, or if you don't bleed, as soon as you get out of the water you're going to get this rush. well, it might be true for some people, but I've never noticed it. I definitely still bleed in the bath. But I don't worry about it at all because, you know, your blood isn't bad for you. It's not bacteria infested or anything. It's actually really nutritious. Well, I say nutritious, not in the sense you would eat it, but it's nutrient rich. So some people who are really, really hippie put it on their plants and they help them grow really good. It's a really good fertilizer. I hope I'm getting a cup of Santa. Tips for beginners. Happy Christmas. Oh, tips for beginners. That's another video I need to do. Basically watch my videos. That's all I can say. I put every tip I can in there. When sterilizing a menstrual cup in the microwave, do you need a special container or can you just use a mug or something? You can just use a mug. Just make sure the water just covers the menstrual cup but doesn't go too far to the surface. Otherwise, you're going to have it bubbling over like this. It's not pleasant, trust me. You have to deal with a whole leak in the microwave. But yeah, you can do that and it's fine. Just don't cover it. And make sure the mug's ceramic. You can't put metal in there. If you get a tiny... Oh, gosh. So many questions. If you get a tiny bit of blood on the first and third day and a lot on the second day, is that normal? Yes, whatever your period does is normal. Mine tends to be heavy on my first day. Some people have really light first days and really heavy second days, and they get heavy towards the end of the cycle. It's your period, basically. A question video idea. What style pad or shapes work for you best? Can you do a video on how to draw these shapes templates? Really curious. I guess I could do that. For me, basically, simple answer to that is I don't like flares. Wait, no, that's not true. I like flares for overnight and postnatal pads. Well, they're basically the same thing. But I'm not a fan of it so much in like regular pads because I just don't need the flares and I'm quite small. Medication for cramps. Okay, the boss of medication, as I like to say, is cocodamol. It's got codeine in it and you can get high doses and stuff. That will just wipe me completely free of pain, but it also makes me feel a bit loopy. So just bear that in mind. But ibuprofen actually does pretty good because ibuprofen's anti-inflammatory as well. So that works okay for me too, usually. Question, how can I make my parents change their mind about amps? I tried everything, presentations, talking about it while they're happy, nothing seems to work. Usually with that, you're going to have to be... I don't like saying it, but you probably are going to have to wait a little bit until you can get hold of your own. A menstrual cup might work the best for you because then, you know, it's something you can easily use yourself. Make a compromise with them or something, I don't know. If you want to say, can I just buy one, maybe, just to try it out, and if you very clearly state there's nothing unhygienic about it and that you'll take full care of it, I can't see that one pad would be a big deal, but if it is, then maybe you could try making your own. I have a video on that as well, so you'll just have to try that. What type of lubricant do you use? I have several. I use the Water Glide one that I stuck on my website, and I also use the Yes lubricant. I use coconut oil, and I also use this aloe vera gel, which is literally aloe vera and xanthane. That's all it has in it. Hi from the USA. Hello. Do you have a boyfriend? I swear I get asked this all the time. No, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't really get out the house very much, and the people I do get out the house with, I don't really associate with. What cut do you recommend for starters? So that. Hi from Britain. Is it possible to survive a whole period with 14 pads abroad? Oh yes, easily. People can survive their periods with like what you call it, 10 pads. And something just tinged. What on earth was that? Okay, nothing seems to have happened, but I can hear like a ting sound, so excuse that. I have like a 40+ day cycle. Is there something wrong? How heavy are your periods? Do they come regularly at the 40-day thing? Some people do have longer periods, but oh, what's it doing? Okay, sorry for that blackout, guys. I'm trying to work out what the heck this thing is doing. It seems to be okay now. We'll keep going. Okay, we're 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, 15 minutes in. Okay. Is the lunette still your royal cup, and what is your second favourite? Yes, lunette probably is still my Goldilocks cup. Second favourite is probably the Sibel cup, actually. It's the other one I use probably the most. It's nice and soft for overnight, so it's probably my second one. Sorry, back to the 40-day plus cycle. If you bleed for a long time, it's called hypomenorrhea. You really want to see someone. If you have a 40 plus day cycle in terms of between your bleeds, then you might have something like PCOS, so you might want to get that checked out. How long has it taken you to get your hair to the length it's at now? I don't know, mine tends to grow quite quickly. If you were to look at my hair when it's down, I had highlights a long time ago, but I'm trying to grow out my natural colour now. It's literally like down here, all across here is like my actual colour, and then from the ends down it's kind of light. So I'm waiting for it to grow out a bit more, so it looks a little bit more ombre, but at the moment it's taking forever. What is the meaning behind your name for your other YouTube name and your website, Precious Stars? Ooh, good question. Simple answer to this is I was originally I started off not with the channel, I started off with my website, and I was originally trying to do something to do with babies, and I thought Precious Stars was kind of a good baby company name, and I bought the domain name and everything for it, the website, and then just decided not to, and then it didn't work out and I didn't do it, so then I couldn't be bothered to pay extra for a new domain name, so I just named my pads Precious Stars, and that's how it happened, basically. There's no real meaning behind it other than that. I didn't quite expect it to become this popular. My period once stopped on the 4th day and came back on the 6th day. Why? Sometimes I do that, might send several times. Do you read the comments on your channels? If so, why can you never answer the questions? I'm just curious because I never see you commenting on your videos. I have so many questions. Every time I come onto my YouTube channel, I probably have about 10 different chats going up, or 10 new messages being posted. If I was to reply to all of the messages, I try every now and then. If I see one I really think I should reply to, then I will reply to it. But other than that, I would actually never be off of this thing. I would constantly be answering questions, but it's just not possible. How much longer will you be shipping to America? I will be shipping to America until the 1st of January. As long as you order before that date, it will still go out, even if I ship it after that time. But after the 1st of January, we won't be accepting orders from the US anymore, sadly. Canada, you're still fine, but the US, you're not. Do you read your video comments and do hate comments bother you? No, actually, sorry, I read the comments, but the hate comments, they used to. The first one's always the hardest, I say. The first hate comment you get is always the hardest. But I think once you get past that, you realize that actually there's just people who are sad, really. If I see a nasty comment, I'll just ignore it, or I can block them from my channel or whatever. Yeah, it's really not difficult to deal with now, and you just have to accept that no matter what you do, someone's always going to hate for it, but I actually get so many positive comments that they really genuinely don't bother me as much. Will people in the USA be able to participate in giveaways? I don't think you can, actually. I'll have to see. I might bend the rules for that, but I'll have to check that. What are your thoughts on feminism and eating disorders? I am a feminist. I'm a feminist purely for one reason, and that's enough, which is that I believe that women and men should get paid the same amount to do the same job. Believe it or not, that still doesn't happen. That alone will make you a feminist. It's just believing men and women are equal in some ways. On the one hand, I do think there are some things that the male species do better just naturally than women do, or sorry, the female species do, and there are things that we do better than the male species do, but like that doesn't mean the one's more important than the other. It's very complicated. But anyway, move on to eating disorders. I've had a sort of eating disorder. I kept throwing everything up, and I was desperately trying to eat more. My body wouldn't let me eat more. It's horrible, basically. So yeah, it's a serious thing. Would you recommend me ordering off your feminine wear or luxury move the menstrual cup and accessories? Either of those are really good sites. Take your pick, really. I recently started using my menstrual cup, and I'm not sure I've got it inserted properly. Do you have any tips on how to insert it high enough? Make sure that the stem's just inside your body and the cup's past your pubic bone. That's as far as you need to put it. Nebraska, USA. How do you recommend sleeping on your period? You're so inspirational to me. Oh, thank you. Sleeping on your period. I usually wear a menstrual cup overnight, but you can wear a cotton pad. Just make sure you've got one that's the right length and absorbency for you. But I like to just put a cup in for each bed so then I can practically do the splits in my sleep and not have to worry about leaking. I fuss around and stuff in the night. Do you know the meaning behind your name, Bryony? I know that it's a flower and it's one that my parents agreed on. I don't think there's any more reason to that. But I do know that if I'd been a boy, my name would have been Vaughn. So I'm kind of glad I was a girl. Have you asked for more cloth pads for Christmas? If so, what ones? No, I got a Christmas panty line today though, and you'll see it in my vlog tomorrow. But I haven't asked for. I don't think I've asked for more. I asked for an Etsy voucher for Christmas, but that's not a specific pad. Would you recommend Midol for cramps? We don't have Midol over here in the UK, so I can't comment on that. I'm using coconut oil for lube, and each time I sterilize my Sabelle cup in the microwave and let it air dry, I later find it coated inside and out with a white powder. Do you think the silicone is compromised? No, that's just residue coconut oil. I think the silicone's fine. What are some tips for using menstrual cups and pads while traveling? I have 2 videos on this. Is the lunette a good starter? Yes, I would say the lunette's a good starter. I have actually just today finally contacted the UK branch that distributes lunette cups to see if I can get some in my store, because I feel it's stupid for me to be saying like it's my favorite cup and not sell it, because you guys are always like, where can I get this from? So I will hopefully start selling it soon. Have a great Christmas and New Year. Everyone always says they eat loads on their period, and I'm the total opposite. I can't eat at all because of the cramps. So that's me. That is totally me. Merry Christmas. Can you do a menstrual cup storage? Why do you choose not to wear makeup? But basically, I don't have time, and otherwise, I hate the feel of it on my skin. So I hate the fact that we feel like as a society we're only beautiful if we wear makeup. So I never bother wearing it. What would you like for Christmas? I have a list, but I'm not going to go into it because we're already at 20 minutes, but I said 20 to 30 minutes. So what did you get your mum and dad for Christmas? I'm pretty sure she'll watch this, so I can't say. I still haven't wrapped it, but it's kind of sitting in my room. I can see it from here. I haven't hidden it very well. Since you have some older viewers, have you considered getting some cups in size 2 so you can compare those two? I had the lunette size 2 and I had the lily cup size, compact size 2. I don't tend to get the bigger cups just because I can't actually physically use them, and I feel like I don't want to ask the companies to send me 2 cups if they're already sending me 1. But I don't know. I might consider it. I did get contacted by FemiCycle again to ask if I wanted to try out the teen or the low cervix, so I'm considering that. Do you have a period horror story? No, I leaked on my first period and that's about it. Right, let me just... Is it normal when you just start out to have a 15-day cycle or a 10-day period? Yes, when you just start, that's completely normal. I'm going to check here. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. How many pads and how many menstrual cups would you say you have in total? Good question. Probably around 70 pads. I have got rid of the ones I don't use, so it's probably more like just the ones I really need. Menstrual cups, probably around 20 actual usable ones as opposed to the what's the word? Example cups. I have a couple more ones I use for demonstrating and stuff. But what is the best scent for a heat pack? You can try peppermint for nausea or like headaches, and for cramps and just sleepiness, lavender oil. How do you make ultra thin pads, and what brand of pads are very thin? Using bamboo fleece, I think, can make them really thin because bamboo fleece is just so absorbent that really and truly, like, you can just get so much in it. Hang on. What day is your birthday in July? It's the 28th of July. Which favorite cup? I've answered that. What was your parents' reaction to your talking about emotions and periods video? They haven't seen it. which I'm kind of pleased about. I've got a therapist I'm going to see, I think, next week or something, at some point reasonably soon, but they haven't seen it yet. So I think I'm just going to check Facebook. I said I would check this page, so let me have a look very quickly. Okay, is it possible to start a whole period 14 pads a week? Yes. 9 a.m. in California. Okay, I think that's it then for that. Let me just check question. Will you do more giveaways soon? I have one giveaway coming up. I'm very passionate about amps. How do I try to convince my daughter to use them when she starts her cycle? I think the best way to get a young teen into them when they're not used to cloth pads or anything is to get both disposables and reusables. So maybe buy a little pack, have a little pack ready for her in a shoebox or something that's really prettily decorated. I would have loved to have got this, and I didn't, thanks Mum. But I would have loved to have got this, and all my daughters will have these packs. So you have a little stash of disposable pads and little pencil liners and maybe a tampon or two in the light style. Maybe a small menstrual cup. Go for the small classic Melina. I think it's the best for a young teen, especially when they start out. It's a nice, comfortable thing, and it comes in pretty colours. So you get a menstrual cup with that, and maybe a couple of cloth pads, maybe 3. You know, a panty liner, a regular and heavy, or an overnight. And that way they can just kind of see which one they prefer, because there's no point in forcing them to use one which they're not going to really like. So I'm going to have to wrap this up now, guys, but I will answer a few more. Do you know of any pad companies that sell on Facebook and are based in the UK? I know of tons. There's Baba's Mum, Babas, and then just Mum, MUN, because we spell it that way in the UK. There's also, who else? Earth Lux. Earth and then Lux, Lux. Who else is there? Dinky Dot Spots. Well, yeah, she kind of sells on Facebook. Robosaurus Rumps. So you just kind of have to have a look around, really. If you ever have kids, we make them use amps. I've just said no. I'll give them disposables as well. The point of it is the choice. If I give them disposables, though, I will probably give them the organic ones, because I don't like the chemicals in them, but the organic are okay. Will this be staying up on your channel? And love the time, the live streams. In the first stream, I've been able to catch. Yes, I will keep this one up, because this is actually Vlogmas Day 22. I'm cheating here. Apart from the Moon Cup, are there any other cups you can buy in stores in the UK? I'm pretty sure you can get the Femme Cup in Superdrug. I don't know. Try health food stores, though. Because sometimes if you go to them and you ask in the health food store for a particular menstrual cup, they can actually order it in for you if you need to get someone to order it in. So just try that. Health stores like, not Whole Foods, but although I'm sure they might have something. But like small little shops that you can get really healthy, you know, vegan stuff at, and also essential oils, those kind of stores. So yeah. Do you think that you'll be changing the design or print of your pads in the near future? I love them how they are. I've already just changed them so that they are the old shape, but still manufactured. They are manufactured in China. I've said this for a while. I can't make them anymore. I've literally spent 2 hours today doing all this sort of stuff. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully I can do another live stream soon. I'm amazed at how many of you actually turned up for this one. I thought it would be like 3 people and me. But yeah, I'm really thrilled that you guys are watching, and I'm almost at, oh, hang on. Do you give sample cups? No, I don't. I don't give sample cups. You have to ask the actual companies for that. And you'll need to provide them with like the links to your channel, and they usually ask you to have at least 500 subscribers for YouTube and stuff. So yeah, but thanks so much for watching, guys. Like I said, I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers on my other channel, which is insane. It's crazy. In all honesty, it is really, really crazy. But I hope you guys, well, thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. And it's almost New Year. I will try and get one video up before New Year, because I feel like it's a really important year, 2014. I'm actually excited to go into 2015. One of those weird things I really like is the number 15. I hate even numbers. I really like odd numbers. It's a weird thing. But yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. Oh, that's what I put in my videos. But I will talk to you later, and I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 23. Bye, guys.